During World War II, the U.S. Navy conducted a top-secret experiment called the Philadelphia Experiment. The goal was to render a battleship invisible to enemy radar. But what happened next was beyond imagination. According to witnesses, the experiment went awry and crew members reported strange phenomena such as time travel, teleportation, and horrific physical transformations. Some even claimed that the ship disappeared into thin air and reappeared miles away. But the government denied the experiment's existence, and the story remained a mystery for years. While the official story behind the Philadelphia experiment is controversial enough, there are plenty of conspiracy theories that suggest there's more to the story. One popular theory is that the experiment was an attempt to recreate the work of Nikola Tesla, who was known for his experiments with electromagnetism. Tesla claimed to have invented a device that could generate powerful electromagnetic fields, which some people believe was the key to the Philadelphia experiment's alleged invisibility effect. Another popular theory ties the Philadelphia experiment to the alleged Montauk Project, a series of government experiments involving time travel and mind control. Some people believe that the Montauk Project was an extension of the Philadelphia experiment, and that both projects were attempts to harness the power of electromagnetic energy for military purposes. Up next, the Nazi regime was known for its interest in the occult and esotericism, with Hitler himself rumored to have dabbled in the dark arts. The SS established a special division called the Ahnenerbe, which aimed to study the roots of the Aryan race and uncover ancient artifacts with mystical power. Some of the experiments conducted by the Ahnenerbe were downright bizarre and terrifying, such as attempts to create zombies and resurrect the dead. But despite their efforts, the Nazis never achieved their goal of harnessing supernatural powers to win the war. Hitler's interest in the occult was no secret, but where did it come from? Some historians trace Hitler's fascination with the supernatural back to his encounter with Karl Haushofer, a German mystic who believed in the existence of a secret society with supernatural powers. Haushofer's ideas, which were heavily influenced by Eastern religions and mysticism, inspired Hitler to believe in the power of the Aryan race and the idea of a thousand-year Reich. Hitler became convinced that the Nazi Party was destined to lead the world into a new age of spiritual enlightenment, and he surrounded himself with like-minded individuals who shared his beliefs. The Nazis even conducted experiments on psychics and clairvoyants in an attempt to harness their powers for military purposes. One such experiment involved a psychic named Wolf Messing, who was supposedly able to predict the outcome of battles and provide insight into Hitler's future. Moving on, Unit 731 was a top-secret biological and chemical warfare research facility, operated by the Japanese Army during World War II. The unit conducted horrific experiments on live human subjects, including prisoners of war and civilians, with the goal of developing biological weapons. But after the war, the US government struck a deal with the leaders of Unit 731, granting them immunity in exchange for sharing their research findings. It wasn't until years later that the full extent of their atrocities was revealed. The atrocities committed at Unit 731 are difficult to comprehend, and the fact that the leaders of the unit were granted immunity by the US government. It is a controversial topic to this day. However, there are plenty of other horrifying details, and sharing all of them will get the video cancelled, about the experiments conducted at Unit 731 that are less well known. For example, some of the experiments involved injecting prisoners with plague and anthrax in order to study the effects of these diseases on the human body. Others involved exposing prisoners to extreme temperatures, such as freezing cold or scorching heat, or subjecting them to high-pressure chambers until their eyes popped out of their sockets. The experiments at Unit 731 were not only inhumane, but they were also ineffective. The data gathered from these experiments was of little value to the Japanese military, and the leaders of the unit were eventually tried and convicted of war crimes. However, the fact that the US government granted them immunity from prosecution remains a source of controversy. If you want more content released daily, please don't forget to share the videos for more.